Today's hybrids are extremely efficient. That's why I decided to pick up this 2024 Toyota Corolla hybrid to see how efficient it could be. Now, on paper, according to the government, it will get 47 miles to the gallon in the city and 43 miles to the gallon on the highway. However, when I had this car for a week, I wanted to try to press my luck and see how high I could get that MPG to go. So today, we're going to be hypermiling the 2024 Toyota Corolla hybrid. But what is hypermiling? Well, it is trying to get the maximum fuel economy out of a certain vehicle. Now, I am not going hardcore in this video. What the hardcore people do when they want to hypermile is they inflate the tires up to about 65 PSI for the least amount of rolling resistance. They'll tape up any of the panel gaps in the car to make it more aerodynamic. They will put thinner oil in the engine to have less friction. They go crazy. I'm not doing that. I am leaving this Toyota Corolla completely stock, mainly because it's not my car. It's actually owned by Toyota. And they made me sign an agreement saying that I wouldn't modify it at all when testing it for a review. So that's a big thing. But otherwise, this is something that you yourself can do. A couple of things I'm going to be doing is no AC, because the compressor does work off the engine and takes away some of the power, or MPG, allegedly, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna keep the windows up for the best aerodynamics possible and keep the radio and brightness of the screen down just to use as little electricity as possible, so the engine has to work as little as possible. And so we're gonna be seeing how many MPGs we can squeeze out of this Corolla hybrid. All right, time is here. Tonight is the night we are hypermiling. It's still 79 degrees, which is not great, but we gotta start off with a full tank, so then we'll know how much we use, because as soon as we get off the highway, we will also be doing a manual calculation as well as listening to the car. Oh, that was quick. And that was $14. Not bad, but it was just above half tank actually. So great in that regard. So starting off with a full tank of gas. No AC. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. Do I want a receipt? Yes, because that's a write-off. Mr. Government, sir, this is for work. Let's get in the car. Let's start hypermiling. All right, zeroing out the trip odometer and resetting the average MPG. Let's get on the road. So the main objective here is to be obviously on the gas as little as possible. No AC, windows up. Let's make sure we're in eco mode. We're already starting off with a red light, which is not great. Don't love that, but it's okay. It'll all be peanuts in the end. Oh, geez. I have to tell you guys, I'm a little nervous about this. First of all, that truck behind me, good Lord. Second of all, I'm a little tired, and our current ETA is at 10:14. So we have 2 hours and 34 minutes if we went the speed limit. Well, our main concern is the mileage. We have 174 miles to go at 55 miles an hour, which is the number I plan on sticking to. That's over 3 hours, so almost 4. So yeah, this might be a long night. We'll see. We'll get on the highway here in a second. It is already a little warm in here, so there's that. Nice slow acceleration. Is this my most daring video yet, or is this my most boring video yet? You guys can be the judge. All right, we have a green light onto the highway. We've already dropped down to 33 miles a gallon. However, I am not going to look at that. I am going to look at our trip odometer and not spoil our MPGs until the end. We don't have anyone behind us. The worst on-ramp ever. The least climactic, I should say. And actually, I do have a light for this. Here we go. 40. 45. Merging. All right, we're gonna set the cruise control to 55. Oh God. And we're already achieving that. This will be a long night. It is 7:42. I'll see you at 8:42. All right, so we are 1 hour in. The biggest issue so far has been the heat. I don't know if you can tell, I am getting a little sweaty in the car. The lack of AC was not a smart choice. The other thing is that people have been tailgating me pretty bad. I think it's because they have their radar cruise control set and they're not paying attention. And then they just come up on me who's going slow and the car just kind of sticks to me, which is very strange. Other than that, we're doing okay. We've done 55 miles in the first hour, which makes complete sense. There's only one time I had to slow down. Otherwise, I've been able to maintain 55. But we still have 118 miles to go. I will check back in at 9:42. But so far, things are going okay. This is a challenge, though. It's a challenge of your brain, too, because every car that passes you is like a heat-seeking missile. Oh, boy. But yeah, the tailgating thing I did not expect. So far, no one's flashed their brights, and I have passed 3 cars that were going slower than 55, so I'll consider that a win. I'll see you guys in another hour. All right, it is 9:42 now, and I have thrown the flashers on because 2 people did shine their brights at me, and there's no lights around now, as you can see, as I'll shut off the driving light. It is completely dark on the road here. We are now officially in Michigan as well. We have 68 miles to go, so I'll probably do one more of these hourly updates. We're at 105 miles, so we somehow dropped. We should be at 110, but we're only at 105, so we must have slowed down at some point that I didn't notice, so that's cool. So, yeah, it's pretty dark in the car. I'm a little scared to use the in-car light, just because the Michigan State Troopers do not mess around. I have this speeding Tundra passing us for some light as well. Here we go, ladies and gents. Yeah, here I am. It is warm in here, however, the outside temperature has dropped almost 10 degrees. And I did turn on the venting, so I do have a little bit of airflow, but it's not really enough. It is getting warm and toasty, and I am getting ready to get out of this car. But it's not terrible. I've had music on. I've been listening to 4x4 = 12 by Deadmau5, which is like a 12-year-old album at this point. So we're just vibing. You know, it's 10:42 local time, 9:42 my time. I'll give you another update in an hour. Hopefully we'll be a lot closer by then. 55 miles closer. It's 10:42. We have technically 7 minutes to go, but really 9 miles to go. Once we hit the off-ramp or the exit, I'm gonna throw it into EV mode, and as soon as possible, we're gonna find a gas station. We'll do the real world calculation before, and then we'll figure out what the car thinks that we did, and we'll hopefully shoot somewhere in the middle. Again, I am shooting for 60 miles to the gallon. That is my goal. The gas is at 3/4 of a tank, so we used 1/4 of a tank of gas, 11.3 gallon tank. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I am getting tired. I want to get out of this car. I've had my flashers going for almost 3 hours now. Okay, this is fun. This has actually been really fun. That's the only thing keeping me awake. I'm hoping for 60. I'm really hoping for 60, but let's finish strong. Let's get on the off-ramp. We'll throw it into EV mode. Hopefully push a couple more MPGs and see what we can do. Let's get it, baby! Yeah! Here we go. We're finally getting off the highway. There's got to be some to the left. We can only go right. Please be some to the right. Please be some to the right. Please, 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 please. Yes! There's a marathon! A quiet little gas station in the middle of nowhere, Michigan is going to give us the results that we either wanted or didn't want. Was it worth it to shut off my AC? Was it worth it to drive with the windows up? I don't know, but we're going to find out right now. I'm so excited. All right, that was so quick. 3.16 gallons, 3.16. All right, let's just confirm here. 3.169 gallons. So we got to do the math. 171.7 miles divided by 3.169. This is it. This is for all the kit and caboodle. 54.18. Not even relatively close to 60. What a bummer. What a bummer. I mean, that's still incredible fuel economy. 54 miles to the gallon is insane. All right, let's see what the car says. All right, let's go to the page. 57.3 miles to the gallon. So the car said that we did a little bit better, but still not 60. Close, very, very close, but not quite the number I was hoping and praying for. And so there you have it. Not quite what I was looking for. I was hoping for 60. However, I was able to get 57 miles to the gallon, which is an extraordinary number out of any vehicle, let alone a modern car. And it should be noted that on the way home from that trip, I did 80 miles an hour, music fully blasted, AC fully on, and I averaged about 46 miles to the gallon. So personally, I would much rather get to my destination a little bit earlier and use a little bit more fuel than to save the extra 10 miles to the gallon and get there about 45 minutes later than the GPS intends. However, it's really, really cool that this car can even do that. It achieved 57 miles to the gallon, which is wonderful. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a fun video to make. It was a fun challenge to do, and maybe I'll do some other challenges here in the future. But until next time, take care, everyone.